Hello, I am Nelson. I'm here to demo the full stack real estate application using ASP.NET and React for the frontend. I have to say that this is the first time I used this technology, ACP, as the server side, but I have to say that I enjoy a lot the experience. It's pretty alike to Laravel. I used Laravel a lot of time, and I really enjoy the process with this application. So nothing else. Let's go to the code. So this is the application code. Let's begin with the README documentation. I will comment a little bit about what the application is. This is a full stack application for management real estate properties is the exercise medium put in the table. I use .NET 8 as backend and React for TypeScript for frontend. So test stack is this one, yeah. In the backend, I use .NET 8.0 ASP .NET Core Web API, the AOC container of them. Also use service pattern. I will show you a little bit more later in the video. And also I use data object patterns for DAO. So in the front end, I selected React 18. This the more stable with TypeScript and Byte for the builder. So also use Tailwind, CS, and React Web hooks in concept query for this modern UI application. In the local infrastructure, you will see that we have Docker with Docker Compose. We have this application in Mongo using Mongo, and I use Minio for S3 compatibility data storage. So this project is actually compatible with Amazon S3 storage and with also Azure storage. In production infrastructure, we have a ready to production script. Just need to make deploy. I will do it later in the video. So we are using Azure App Service, Autoscale. We are using Cosmos for Mongo API, and we are using also Azure Storage for storage management. In this case, these are the features you have on the application. You can create, read, update, and delete properties. You can also manage properties of owners. Also trace history, also have image upload to storage with S3 compatibility and RESTful API built in .NET Modern UI with Tailwind and Counter-Exit. This is only for the dev environment. So for requirements, you need the SDK, Node, E18 later, Docker Compose. So here you have some development instructions, but the interesting thing is this. You have a MongoDB on the local, but you also have Mongo Express for being able to explore the databases and all the objects you have in MongoDB. So this is so useful for development. So you can also edit and link directly on your UI. See, okay? So you also have Minio storage console. So you can open the console and you can see all the images, property images, and you can see that they are organized by property and by owner. So later, when you delete an owner, you can ask to the storage to delete all images or to delete all properties, and this is so useful for this management. So also all of them has private, so you need to create a share URL or download URL for sharing them. So this is so cute, so nice. You can start the application by using .NET Restore and Run, and you can see the application is on this URL. So I will show you that Swagger is running, yeah. So in this port. Also, you can start the front end by running the commands following, and the front end you see, that we will look at this later. Optionally, you can see the database This is a very cute command. You can run. You can just make seed for seeding more than 1,000 owners. So you can stop this in any time. There is no issue. You can stop it in the middle of the creation, or also you can do it manually for adding any kind owners. Count, let's talk about Azure deployment. The Azure deployment is a combination of Azure technology. We have our resource group, we have object storage, and we have also Cosmos DB or the DB. So what is requirements is to have installed the Azure client install. Also have been logged in into Azure and having the .NET and Node.js SDK. You just need to clone the repository and make the deployment. So I have to deploy some changes to the application in Azure, and I will do it right away. Well, this is only for testing. So what the command does is to create necessary resources if not exist, build the front end and the back end, configure the application settings, and deploy directly to Azure App Service. So they have another make commands like provisioning config for configuration changes, make test also for testing, and make destroy. So you can destroy the resources. You may use this with caching. For testing is so easy on the backend. You just need to make these commands, and you can see testing happening. So we have a couple tests implemented. Testing API just for integration testing, and we are testing full stack. So we use Mongo to go for in memory Mongo instance, and the rest of services are mocked. We have essentially the S3 storage mode. Here we have the front end also tests, but we don't include too many tests on front end. We will not run this right away. So the backend API settings you have here, I will show you the make working. So it's ensuring all the configuration is is set up. Um, have the project settings here. This is my settings. And now here is the application. And this publication is happening right away. So I would just need to wait for the site to start with the new changes. This would take a few minutes. So it's so cute. In this, we have the backend configuration and the project folder structure. You will see that the backend has controllers, models, services. This is the pattern that I like with business logic on services and data models used for data. Also, we have app settings for configuration, and the entry point is the program. In the front end, you have a basic TypeScript React application with the byte config configuration app as entry point. So you have the pages and you have components. So as you can see, just finished the deployment, and this is a URL. You can just follow this URL. I don't know. You can enter to this URL and you will see that the application is already deployed on production. Queries here are not done faster than local, but it is because these services are in free tiers of the servers, and these tiers are so slow. Let's see on local. It's time to see the application. We have this look and feel. We have a homepage, property list. This property list has actually one 1,000 and a little more um, properties. And as you can see, for example, if I look for ergonomic, it's very fast. You can see we have 61 results. So we can say house, sorry, house. Spaces, you can split the words by spaces. So we also can say se, and this is taken as a string regis. In this case, you have also filters for range of the price and the owner. If you want to say these owner properties, you will see only the owner properties. But also you can see, for example, properties that are in a range of 4,000 and 5,000. So let's move this to 5,000. So in this case, we have 121 results, and you can go over the pagination. It take you automatically to the top. So you can also filter by the range building. For example, here we have 4K. I want to go only on the 80s. So if I filter only the 80s, you will see we have only those little amount of properties with this price in this range. So next you can do is you can see the details of this property, and you can see also the history of the property. Cool things of those lists are, for example, this is adaptive, so you can open and you will see the design adapting to the device. So in this case, this is the look and feel of this view, also the owner's view, and the properties view. So it looks pretty good. So, but you also can go to the mobile device. So for this, you need to reload in order to get better look and feel. So you can see all the components going to the real spaces. Here we have a little book because of this string length. It's not natural, but you can edit this and see how it looks without this, to see what a normal look and feel is. This is the normal look and feel. So this is because this large string of here. Maybe I need to solve this glitch. So in properties views, you can see this kind of list. Um, but the pagination is fixed for convenience use. You can go to this. So, but you also can see this in this way, and you will see a different look and feel, and properties history here is working very well. This is the demo. Let's move into a little code review inside of the code. I forgot to mention that you have this image selector, and also you have the lightbox for looking the image. And this lightbox also works on mobile devices. So cute. Uh, you can see this lightbox here. You have the buttons for mobile games. Um, let's move into the code review. So interesting things are pretty small. The most interesting thing I have to show you is this class. This is why I tell that the C# ASP is so kind to Laravel, and is because you have this kind of configuration. Controllers loads all the controllers, all the routes. This API endpoint explorer configure the endpoints and configure the parameters on the URLs, and you don't need to create any additional configuration. If you need a new route, you only create a controller class, add the route and API controller annotations. So this is not needed. This is a personalized code, and just put the name of the method or the URL here. It's so easy to configure, and everything is just in a single file, and everything all the routing is automatic. That's awesome. Also, we are working with service container. We have a singleton Mongo service. We have also scoped services for data objects. And we also have here the service storage service. So this allows me, this portion of code allows me to switch between Azure Blob SDK and the S3 configuration. Also, we have some middlewares. This is for Swagger HTTPS redirection for having only HTTPS. If you look at my application, you can see that if you goes to HTTP, it automatically redirects you to the HTTPS site. So this map controllers is for the purpose of automatical routing that you have with those little and fancy annotations. And the other is these static files for files on www. So, and the mapping function that allows you to SPA, application. All the roads will be handled by this index HTML. If you say, and you will get the SPA. Um, I'm so sorry because this is a little bit low, but you will see a now found here, and you can go back home. This. So this is one of the classes that I like it the most. Is all the application is configured here, and also other awesome thing that I like of this code is the testing environment. So you have these mock classes. I have mocked S3 service, and this mock allows me to provide instance of the class. Integration testing. Okay, the the test-based class is a little too complex. So we have Mongo from Mongo to go. We have the Mongo client. This is the same instance. Just configure a Mongo client, and this Mongo is pointing to TestDB. So the next you have is the storage service that comes from these S3 the mocks, the test mocks, yeah. And then you have the application factory. So this is so kind that you have on the app of the program. But you will see that here we are initializing a program. So look, this web application factory, and I'm passing the program. Yeah, I have the builder. I configure the service. In the Mongo settings, I pass the connection string and the database name, and I add this singleton. So what I do here is to configure the program application to work with the Mongo service I have created using Mongo to go. So mocking and working with external services is so easy in this environment. After that, I create a client that is an HTTP client, and just have to configure some services. The login factory, Mongo settings is a little kind of repetitive code because As you can see here, we have the same. Okay. This is for configure a service provider for the instance of the integration test. Okay. It's so easy to configure and work with external classes. And that's what I want to show on this little code review with you. So it was a pretty good exercise. I take a weekend, entire weekend working on this application, but I learned a lot and I really enjoy the way to work with this awesome project.